Hi everybody, my name is Duke Tribal and we're going to go over the corrections that I would make to my hypothetical teaching unit of basic car maintenance and things along the lines of checking fluids and changing oil, things like that. To begin, I spoke with another colleague and she informed me of a couple of things that I could do differently that I actually completely agree with, that would better the overall unit. To begin, uh, the original uh, assessment of the class was based off of the students' self-confidence scores, and I would design and develop the class based off of what they felt they were confident in. And myself and my colleague both recognized that they might give themselves an inaccurate score based off of what they think they know, and what they realize later on. And so by giving them a pre-test and a post-test followed by a self-confidence evaluation, we would get a much more accurate score from their self-confidence evaluation. And then we could go from there to build a more accurate teaching unit for them. Uh, the next thing that we talked about was how to let the students determine whether or not they want to work with partners or without partners while they're videotaping um, these basic car maintenance things. And I feel that unless the student has some special needs or needs some kind of special accommodations, that it's up to them whether or not they want to work with somebody or not. If they do need special accommodations, I'm going to reinforce that they work with somebody. It'll just make the job easier for them. It's really a matter of how well the uh, the overall video is recorded. If it's focused on the right item at the right time. So if they're focusing on one area when the person is talking about something else, then it's going to be inaccurate. So it'll be easier if we have somebody else that's going to be there learning the same thing that knows what they're doing. Then we've talked about the quizzing method. So I plan on taking 3 videos from students and using them to quiz other students to see what needs to be done correctly, um, what was done correctly, what could be done better in the future, what would have made the job easier for that student. And it's just a matter of the students being able to recognize it. And I forgot to mention that I would have to ask for permission from those students to use their videos for a quiz. And it's just a matter of me on the administrative end asking for their permission. Um, to touch base on the questions that were asked for the assignment, do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? I believe that if the students do touch base on all the learning objectives, each step of the oil change process, the methods of jacking up the car, everything that's involved, that yes, they will be, in fact, touching base on everything that they have to do. Do the tasks involve a complex, real-world, authentic application of the identified knowledge, skill, and understandings? I can't think of a better way to make sure that it's a real-world or authentic application of what they're doing than to actually have them outside doing it themselves. So I think that yes, it is an appropriate application. Are there a variety of appropriate assessment formats? I believe that by using the self-confidence evaluation as well as a pre and post test, that's using multiple, and it will get them to recognize what they've done correctly. as well as the quiz, I think that's also going to lead to evidence of what they've learned and if they've done it all correctly. And then finally, are there students given the opportunity to self-assess and reflect upon their learning and performance? Again, we're going to be doing 2 self-confidence evaluations at the beginning and at the end of the teaching unit. So I think, yes, that they're going to be having a fine time just being able to recognize what they had difficulties with, what they had strengths in, and being able to relay that to me in the end. Sorry that I went over a little bit. Thank you very much. Have a good one.